Let's make a weekly stash of tennis rolls so that we can keep on hand for a busy week. So I'm going to start off with 1 cup of warm water. And to the water, I'm going to go ahead and add some sugar, which is 1/3 cup of sugar to that. And then 1/3 cup of warm milk. I usually like to whisk it up prior to adding the yeast just because I want the sugar to kind of dissolve. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add my yeast. Now, I usually put 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. I don't have the 1 teaspoon, so I have half. That's why you see me putting in a lot. But once I'm done with this, I do give it another whisk and I set it aside for about 15 to 20 minutes, not too long. You just want it to be nice and fluffy. So after about 20 minutes, this is what it looks like. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and start adding my flour. I usually put 3 1/2 cups of flour. Now you can definitely mix this depending on your preference. I usually put like 3 cups of all-purpose flour and then I put like 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour to it. I'm going in with some melted butter. Now this is 1/4 cup of unsalted butter. I don't like to cook with salted butter. I feel as if you do that, like you don't have a handle on how much salt there is in your food. And I just kind of like to add my salt myself. In that way, I can know if I need to add more and what's really going on. So that's just my take on salt. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to this. Then I'm going to go ahead with some vanilla extract. Now I'm using only 1/2 teaspoon. Now this to me is the star of the show, which is actually the lemon zest. The lemon zest, I feel as if it brings out such a beautiful, beautiful flavor in the tennis roll, and I only need 1/2 teaspoon. Now, here I come with my dough whisk, and I got this off of Amazon. It's really helpful, especially when I make pancakes as well. The dough whisk I'm going to use to kind of bring all the ingredients together. Now, if you have a KitchenAid with the dough hook on it, that's great. You can definitely use that. It's going to save you some time. I personally don't like to use it. As you can see, I'm a bit old school, so I'm just doing my thing here. I'm gonna need this for, I did need it for about 7 minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spray some avocado oil. Let that sit for about 45 minutes and then check on it. It's been about 45 minutes, so now I'm gonna go ahead and check on my dough and look how beautiful that looks. Now I'm gonna share with you my favorite part in this process, so just watch and see in 2 seconds. There it is. I absolutely love doing that. I don't know why, but this kind of tells that my dough did get enough time to rest. Now I'm gonna make some little tennis roll balls, and I'm going to show you my technique how I go ahead and get it like that. As you can see, you kind of just want to make it into some ball, but you kind of bring it in together. For all my Caribbean people, like when you're kind of putting the peas in the dal puri, how you kind of seal it in. So look at how I'm sealing it in at the bottom. Now, this is what they look like prior to letting it sit again, because you do have to let it sit for like another, I would say about 30 minutes or 45 minutes if you have enough time. That's good enough. And then you set your oven at 350. This is what they look like after the 45 minutes. Now, I'm gonna show you the two that kind of look messed up, but that's okay. My mom always tells me that it's not the looks, but the taste of the pudding, so calm down. Okay, so 20 minutes in, and this is what they look like after 20 minutes. It's so beautiful. Now you want to go ahead and just add a little butter on top of it. Again, it's unsalted butter. Now you can pair tennis roll with a lot of different things and have it as a snack or a breakfast item. Mainly in our household, we would use it with maybe some cheese or peanut butter. You can also use it with eggs. I would like to know if you guys try this. Definitely leave a comment and let me know. It's a great way for you to go ahead and try to experiment something new on your own. And a lot of times, when we buy the bread in the store, it kind of has that funky smell, I think. And sometimes it's just been sitting there for so many days. So if you do have the time, it's a great way for you to kind of make something healthier for you and for your family. So do let me know. Thank you.